Expect from this visit. And Joe, we cannot overstate the significance of the fact that Zelensky will be in person for today's address.
Exactly right, Marty. It feels like one of those days where history is going to be made here on Capitol Hill. Think about it. 300 days this war has been going on, and President Zelensky has not once left the borders of Ukraine until today. He's going to be flying across the Atlantic, meeting today with President Biden at the White House, and then eventually having the rare honor of addressing a joint session of Congress at the invitation of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And look, what he's been masterful at so far is garnering support, garnering sympathy for the Ukrainian cause in the form of money, weapons, and aid for Ukraine. He's going to have to do that again today, knowing full well, Zelensky does, that the incoming Congress has a group of House Republicans, many in leadership, that have said they're not going to write Ukraine blank checks, that they may be less sympathetic to some of these requests for help and for aid than this current Congress. So he's going to have an argument. He's going to have a case that he's going to have to make today as he addresses Congress. And we got a preview of that argument last night exclusively on Cuomo. Here's a little bit of what President Zelensky said.
It's really a big mistake to think that this war is over. You can't say that the war is over because you know Russia, because you know the Kremlin and their president. He always wants to come back, come back, because it's his ambitious plan. I don't think that is healthy plan. Yes. So, but anyway, so we have to be strong. We can't be strong without the world. We can't be strong without United States, especially society. Of course, President Biden, Congress, two parties, they support us, and thank you so much.
So you heard him there. In order to be strong, it needs the help of the United States and of Congress. Marty, just going to run through some of the timeline here. It's going to be around 2 o'clock, 2:30. He arrives at the White House. 4:30, he's expected to give a joint press conference with President Biden, and then he's going to come later in the evening to the Capitol and address that joint session of Congress around 7:30 or so. We are expecting President Biden to announce an additional $2 billion in aid and that Patriot missile system that you mentioned off the top here. That's going to be in addition to what's in the current funding bill for Ukraine, which is upwards of $40 billion in additional aid. So a lot there. We also know very publicly that the Ukrainians have been asking for more long-range missiles, which so far the U.S. has been hesitant to give them. Nothing that would give them the capability to actually attack Russia from within Ukraine's borders. He may very well be asking for that. We're going to have to see when he addresses Congress. But, Marty, again, I just want to leave you with the historic significance of this event today. Not very many people address a joint session of Congress and have this opportunity with a president like Volodymyr Zelensky is going to get in just a couple of hours.
Not to mention, Joe, the security involved in getting Zelensky out of Ukraine, which is the first time he's left since the start of the war, as we mentioned, into the United States and then back into Ukraine at some point. Is that part of the reason why this may have appeared as a surprise to a lot of folks?
Yeah, and we are hearing some national security officials, military officials talk about how the U.S. was instrumental in getting him here. This apparently had been in the works for a few weeks, not very long, but you didn't hear anything about it. The first indication we got of anything was actually this public video that surfaced yesterday. President Zelensky was visiting some of his own troops on the battle lines, on the front, and they presented him with a Ukrainian flag that he said on video he was going to give to President Biden. Now, there was no indication that that was going to happen so soon, within 24 or 48 hours. And then yesterday, Speaker Nancy Pelosi sent a letter out to all the members of the House, urging them strongly to be here tonight for an important end of session meeting. But she didn't reference Zelensky specifically. So it did catch a lot of people here by surprise. Now, looking back, it sort of makes sense. But at the time, we didn't know. And you're absolutely right. A lot of security concerns around bringing President Zelensky here, and likely why we didn't hear about it until just the last 24 hours.
Well, and yet again, just impressive in Zelensky demonstrating such strength and bravery in leaving Ukraine, humility, and his leadership to face Congress later today. We'll be watching. All right, Joe, thank you for that. I want to turn now to the U.S.